In this brief video, I am going to discuss the metaphysical issue of personal identity using a classic example called the Ship of Theseus. Let's get started. To get at the metaphysical problem, let's begin by imagining the essential components of a ship, the things that make a ship a ship. To begin with, ships tend to have a slanty bow, a rear stern, a deck, and a keel, which is the thing at the bottom. Not all ships, of course, are shaped like this, but let's imagine that this ship does. So what else does our ship have? Well, ships tend to have masts and sails and a rudder to steer the ship, and maybe the ship is made of wooden planks. They also tend to have a steering wheel and an anchor, and that would seem to finish our ship. Alright, now suppose that over time the Ship of Theseus starts to fall apart, and you need to replace the parts of the ship with new parts. So you might have to replace the masts, and the sails, and the rudder, and let's just skip to the end and say that we have to essentially replace every single part on the Ship of Theseus over time. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. We have, over time, replaced every piece on the Ship of Theseus with new parts. So all the old parts are now placed in a pile. This leads to our first thought experiment. Where is the Ship of Theseus? Is it the ship with the new parts? Or is the Ship of Theseus the pile of old parts which were part of the original ship? Let's complicate the issue. Suppose that someone took all the old parts and, for whatever reason, decided to build a ship out of all the old parts. The ship, recombined with all of the old parts, is identical to the ship on the left. The only difference is that the ship on the left is made out of entirely new parts, and the ship on the right is made out of entirely old parts. This leads to our second and final thought experiment for this video. Where is the Ship of Theseus? Is the Ship of Theseus on the left, which is made up of entirely new parts? Or is the Ship of Theseus on the right, made up of entirely old parts? That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.